Hello, my name is Taisha. Welcome or welcome back. I have been on Zepbound for 18 weeks and I'm back to give you an update. I am 5'7", and when I started in February, I was 183 pounds. Because I'm out of town, I weighed in yesterday afternoon and my weight was 142.6 pounds. That is a grand total of 40.4 pounds lost in 18 weeks and 1.8 pounds lost from last week. I spent the first 4 weeks on 2.5 milligrams and the past 14 weeks on 5 milligrams. I've been strength training for the past 16 weeks, Monday through Friday, minus the day of the eclipse. And for the past 3 weeks, I've been walking it's been Monday through Saturday for an hour every morning, but my goal was just Monday through Friday. So I've just kind of been wanting to do it on Saturdays, and even though it's not something I have to do, at this point it's something I want to do, and I use Sunday as a full rest day. I eat a whole food plant-based diet. I post every single thing that I eat on my Instagram page, which is also simply_Taisha. And I also post sped up versions of my workouts on Reels. You don't have to follow me on there. It's just if you want to get a visual, and it's basically like my food and exercise diary. Something I wanted to cover really quick before I finish this update is I get a lot of comments and they make me feel good. They're really encouraging. But the ones that kind of make me sad are the ones where I feel like people think that I'm just this super disciplined person, and I'm full transparency. I've been doing this battle, this weight gain, weight loss battle for about 13 years now. And this is the most consistent that I've been. And my issue mainly was dietary. It was a huge issue for me. Binge eating, and just that was my problem. And so I'd get stuck in these loops, where I would do okay for a little while, and then I was being restrictive. So I can't say that I was ever really being intentional with my eating. I would just work out more. You know what I mean? But I was still eating terribly. Even when I switched over and became, a vegan and ate a vegan-based diet, Oreos are vegan. So I just want to put it in perspective, and I'm not trying to put myself down, but I never want anyone to watch any of my videos and feel like that. I don't want you to feel like you can't do the same thing that I'm doing. And we all have our different time frames. So it took me 13 years plus Zepbound to finally get to a place where I feel like I have balance. So basically, when I got my DEXA scan done in March, so end of March, I realized that I had lost 14 pounds of muscle and 4 pounds of fat. So all that weight loss in the beginning, it was muscle, and I was pretty disappointed in that, and that's what prompted me to change what I was doing. So I had already started strength training, but I knew that I needed to eat more protein. People push it, but I wasn't focusing on that. Another thing, when I initially started, I wasn't tracking calories. What I was doing is I was weighing out everything, and then I got to a point where when people were asking, like, how many calories are you getting in? Based off of those measurements, it's easy now. Okay, this is what this equates to. So for the last few weeks, I've definitely been averaging between 1,500 and 1,800 calories a day. That plus walking, plus drinking a bunch of water, plus the strength training is what has worked for me. We're all different, you know what I mean? And you just gotta find something, and I know I say this every time, you have to find something that works for you. If you're someone who just does not want to strength train, then don't do that. There's other things, there's so many different things that you can do to be in better health. What works for one doesn't have to work for someone else, or may not work for someone else. Maybe you're into yoga. That's a great way of leaning out and becoming stronger. I just want you to find what works for you and something that you actually enjoy. Because if you hate whatever it is that you're trying to implement, like you just absolutely hate it, not like, oh, this is uncomfortable, like, no, I hate this, you dread doing it, that's not the thing for you. And I don't think that you can hate something so much and then eventually love it, but maybe that's a possibility. I just know the things that I did in the past, they were not sustainable. I was forcing myself, minus the time, after I had almost died from a procedure, minus that time, the things that I have done over the past 13 years were definitely not sustainable. And they weren't things that I wanted to do. I was doing them because of, instead of, you know what, this makes me feel good. And this is a healthy, this is something that's healthy. This is good for me. Movement is good. Find the form of movement that you enjoy doing. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here because I feel like you got my point. So for a quick recap, the past 18 weeks, I have lost 40.4 pounds. I don't have a goal weight. I have a goal body fat percentage, which is 22%. My last DEXA scan showed that I was at 32.4% body fat. And so I would like to get down to 22%, whatever weight that may be. When I get there, I'll let you know. And lastly, I look forward to giving you guys another update next week. And remember, we can share our journeys, but we should never compare them.